Hey everybody, a Retro Geek Dad here with another toy review. This time we are looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Series 6-inch Snake Eyes figure. Now, these are the new G.I. Joes that are on the market today. They are 6-inch scale as opposed to the 3 3/4 figures that we grew up on, except for those who grew up with the 12-inch figures. This is from the Series 1. They're put out by Hasbro. I'm kind of iffy on these new G.I. Joes. I mean, I grew up with the 3 3/4. These figures are kind of like the Fortnite figures that are out. That's what I'm kind of getting from them. That's the vibe I'm getting. After a significant character was killed off in the comic books, I got out of it, and they replaced them, and that's a whole nother story. Anyway, I'm not into G.I. Joe as much as I used to be, but I'm still a fan of it. But I picked up Snake Eyes. I wanted to kind of check out this new line. Take a look at the packaging. The side, I'm not sure if you can see it well, but that's Snake Eyes with a sword. The back is really, I like the back. It's kind of a mural with all of the characters, or most of the characters. Cobra Commander, Baroness, Destro, Gung Ho, Roadblock, Scarlet, Snake Eyes, Duke. I believe those are Alley Vipers. A lot of the vehicles. Down here on the bottom, there's some of the G.I. Joe vehicles. And, all the legal stuff. The bottom, there is the UPC code. On the other side, big number 2, so this is the second figure from the wave, Snake Eyes. Some of the, I'm guessing those are rank badges maybe, but yeah, we're going to open him up and take a quick review. Right off the bat, I'm only seeing the one sword, and it's not really his katana, so that I'm not sure about that, but that kind of irks me. But anyway, we're going to open him up, take a quick review, and check out this new line. Okay, so let's get Snake Eyes opened. We have a little piece of tape up here at the top. Alright, and we will open this. It just slides right out. And we have a piece of paper. We'll set the box to the side. And the piece of paper, it's probably just the safety stuff. Yeah, just the small parts, different languages, same thing. But we're going to look at the figure. Get it to focus real quick. He has his backpack, little knife here, the sword with the sheath. We have, looks like it's a rifle and a pistol. I'm guessing this is like a silencer maybe, but once we open it up, we'll see what it is. There are no rubber bands securing the figure. Go ahead and pop him out first. We'll check him out. And let's see. Okay, so it's going to be a little difficult to see with the black background. So I'll try to do this close. So the head turns, and it swivels. It's on a ball joint. The articulation in the arms, a ball joint in the arms. The rotation, the elbow is double jointed, so we can get some good poses with that. The wrist is swivel only. No, we have a little bit of a rock to it, so it's got a little swivel. Not quite a ball joint, but just back and forth. We have the torso joint, which is, pretty articulated. We have a little bit of waist turn. It's kind of stiff, so I'm guessing that's for posability. Legs, we can rotate the legs a little bit. The knees, they are also double jointed, so there's that. The ankle And the foot, we do have a swivel here at the shin. The ankle back and forth, and it does have where it rocks back and forth too. All right, and as far as all of the belts and stuff, he has a holster here. He has belts here, and he has his chest piece here. Now they do not have any snaps or anything to take it off, so I'm guessing you just have to take it off over the head and things like that. But we are going to get him geared up. But let's take a quick look at the weapons. So here is the little pistol. Here is the rifle. Let's see if this is the silencer for it or not. Okay, so there's that. Now, I do not see, so there's nothing on the barrel. So unless, no, I'm not quite sure what that is. I mean, it looks like it would be a silencer. Maybe it's for the pistol. There we go. So, little silencer on the pistol, which I do not care for because, I don't know, that joint is very, very small and it plugs into it. And that is a very delicate piece right there. I see that getting broke off real quick. So we'll have to be very careful. I'll probably keep this gun in the holster and not even use the silencer piece. The backpack. The backpack looks like a solid piece maybe. There is a hole here on the side. I'm guessing that is probably for the sword and sheath. So, and we have the sword and the sheath, yeah. So, the sword is not the typical katana that he had in the comics. It's kind of I'm not quite sure what style sword that is, but it does have the, if I can get close in on it, it does have the little clan symbol on the, right there above the sword hilt. And let's see, so it does slide in. It does get a little tight once it gets in there, so it's not going to fall out. And yeah, that slides into the side, so he can have this backpack and a sword. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have all of the weapons and accessories put on him, and we'll check him out and see what it looks like. Okay, so I got a white sheet of paper just to be a little easier to see. I did not go over the knife. It's just a little hunting knife. Let me get a zoom down. There we go. That's just a little hunting knife. There was some articulation I didn't show either. Right here on the arms, there is a swivel here. And on the head, the neck right here, it goes up and down, you know, along with the head swiveling on the ball joint. So there's that. There was a swivel here on this joint. So there is a lot of points of articulation. Just want to gear him up real quick and kind of show off all of that. Now the silencer on this holster here, there's actually a place to slide that silencer in. And then the blaster, I want to say blaster instead of the GUN word, goes here. And the hunting knife goes there. Alright, and the backpack, you have to line up the hole in the back and the hole in the guess it's a bandolier belt. Anyway, you got to line those up, and the little peg goes in the back. So let's see. Not real easy to go in. In fact, just not wanting to go in at all. So yeah, there is an issue there. That's as far as it'll go in. I don't want to push it too hard and break it. So yeah, so that's about as far as that'll go, which I don't care for that. Might have to trim that off, see if it'll go any further. I don't know if it's because it's not deep enough or if it's too wide, but yeah, there's a nice gap there. Moving on, the sword and the sheath. Okay, and then the sword has this piece here. Now this piece goes into the side of the backpack, like that. And then the big blaster will slide into his hands. Now both of his hands are the trigger hands. So there's a little, you have to kind of wiggle it in there. There is that one. And the other one. I also noticed, I don't know if these are supposed to come apart, but a lot of the joints kind of, well, a lot of the joints are kind of really loose and kind of in and out. So there is Snake Eyes all geared up. There we go. There's Snake Eyes all geared up. So take that off. I'll take that out of his hand. Now the belt here, he just goes right over. Now, in my opinion, that looks a lot better. That belt's just really, really loose. Yeah, that's a lot better. So, and then the sword is real flimsy. It's real thin right here. Real thin. So when you go to put it in his hand, it just takes a little force to get it in that hand. So there is the sword. Now, I'm used to Snake Eyes having the dual katanas. I really don't like this sword. That's not, I don't know, it's just not the one that I am used to him having. And his Uzi, which, I would assume that this is supposed to represent the weapons. They kind of feel cheap, like the cheap plastic. There is detail. It's just not compared to the 3 3/4 figures. They feel like the movie, the first movie, the weapons that came with the first movie figures. That's what these kind of remind me of. But as far as the figure itself, I really like all of the articulation. It's just that he's got all these belts and buckles and whistles and all of that, and it's just a lot of just kind of hanging off parts, if that makes any sense. I probably won't pick any more of these up unless it's just a character that I really want to get. I'm used to the 3 3/4 figures. When we were kids, you could stick a G.I. Joe in your pocket and go to school or whatever. That's not an option. It's hard to stick a 6-inch figure in your pocket and go to school and play G.I. Joes on the playground like we used to. But I mean, it's a neat figure. I can see a lot of posability a lot of, you know, action poses and stuff. As far as being a toy for a kid to play with, yeah, that it's not for that. These are definitely, you know, collector figures. I do see a lot of stuff getting broke, some of the joints and all that. But you know, it's kind of that Marvel Legends posability, articulation. You know, there is a lot of, like, I know that a lot of the new Fortnite figures, they kind of look like that too. But I mean, it's a decent line, or this, you know, it's promising. I'm really interested to see the vehicles, see how big the vehicles are going to be. They're going to be expensive, but $20 a figure, I would probably just use that money to buy a Marvel Legends figure. But you know, hopefully it'll pick up. Hopefully the figures, they'll make classic style figures. There is a 3 3/4 line that they're doing at Walmart that is a retro line. I think all they are just re-releases from the 25th anniversary. The waves, the figure line from that time, the 25th series. But anyway, you know, that's my opinion. They're decent. You know, like I said, I probably won't buy any more. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. It, you know, kind of answered a lot of questions. I know these are very hard to find. They're just getting started. But you know, hopefully, like the He-Man figures, they'll start getting more wide release. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time.
So we have the G.I. Joe figure, and you can see the back. We have Snake Eyes on the back right here. So the price code is, wait, oh, over here. I'm sorry. So the price code, it was $5.99, and we know we have the Snake Eyes. He is 6 inches long. There's also a picture right here, if you notice. And at the bottom it says G.I. Joe, if you want to know that. But we can look at the price right over on this side. Here it is. And so, I mean, it was $100, but so we like it. I know he has a new, like, weapons right there, you know, right here. So we can do this, but I know it will take a little while for this video, so we can open this package right now.